So we're in Coursebook 9, exercise 9.1, where we learn how to simplify algebraic expressions. So first, we need to understand the law of indices, whereby if it is a multiplication, then we have to add the powers together. So we have done that in the tutorial earlier on. So here is just a discussion for the exercise. So for 1a, get to see x to the power of 4 multiply x to the power of 5. So your working should look like this. And then you get x to the power of 9. All right, cool. So we do the same thing for the rest as well. So as long as it is a multiplication, then we can add them together. So for all of these multiplication, we're going to add all of them. So as you can see, y2 plus y4. So for question B, it is y to the power of 6. Question C is z to the power of 10. Question D is m to the power of 14. Question E is n to the power of 12. F. Okay, so this is the part where most students start to get a little bit confused. So whenever we have something that it is not written how many or what is the power, it's automatically to the power of 1. Okay, P itself is P to the power of 1, so 6 plus 1 is P to the power of 7. Okay, next one will be division. Whenever we're dealing with division, it is a subtraction of power. So Q9 minus 4 is equals to Q5. So we just subtract the power. So for question G, this is Q to the power of 5, H, R to the power of 3, I, T to the power of 5, J, U to the power of 2, K. Okay, here you can write V to the power of 1, but as you know, automatically, if it's to the power of 1, you do not need to write anything, so you can just leave it as it is. V will do. And then last one is L, W8 minus 1. So W to the power of 7. Okay, next one here, but it involves number. So you have to get used to writing down alongside your number. The application of it is different. So you cannot say that, oh, if it's multiplication, then we add. So you have learned it before. So for instance, question A, it is actually what it meant is that 3x squared multiplied by 2x cubed is actually 3 multiplied by x multiplied by 2 multiplied by x cubed. So we can rearrange them so that they are with the like terms, so that we can know what we actually need to do. So I'm going to rearrange this here and this for the back. So it's going to look like this: 3 times 2 times x squared, times x cubed. So as you can see, I can solve this. 3 times 2 is equals to 6, as usual. And then x times x squared times x cubed is x to the power of 5. So at the end, my answer is 6x to the power of 5. So this is just a detailed working, not necessarily you must do it and show it all the working this way. You also don't need to expand like x squared, you put x times x, you don't need to do that. All you need to do is you need to know the application part. So for this answer, we just need to multiply the numbers as usual. That's how we normally do it. 3 times 2, we get 6. And then the power of the unknowns, just add them together, and we get x to the power of 5. So this is the answer. Okay, let's look at question B. 6x to the power of 5. Let's look at question B. 4 times 3, we get 12. Y to the power of 4 times y to the power of 5, y to the power of 9. So as you can see, 4 times 3, we get 12. This is just a quick revision, recap. X4, x5, x9. So this is from 4 plus 5, 9. And then this one is basically 4 times 3. And at the end, we get the same number. Okay, so we do not add them, although we just add the power. Okay, let's look at question C. 6 times 5, 30. Z squared times z5 is z to the power of 7. That's your answer. Question D. 2 times 2, 4. M to the power of 4 times m to the power of 3, m to the power of 7. Question E. 4 times n to the power of 4 times n to the power of 13. Okay, so here you can see there's nothing here. If there's nothing, it automatically is the number 1 because it's just one of these. So 4 times 1 is 4, n to the power of 6 times n to the power of 7, n to the power of 13. Okay, E done. F. P squared, 8p. So we get 8p cubed. Okay, if you don't remember, just now I told you already, if there's nothing, means it's p to the power of 1. It cannot be p to the power of 0 because any number to the power of 0 is equals to 1. So let's just give it a 1 value, which is incorrect. So if it's on its own, it is to the power of 1 automatically. Okay, now we're going to do division. It's the same thing. We're going to divide the number as how number would be divided. 6 divided by 2. So we get this, and then we put it here. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And then q to the power 10 divided by q to the power 6, it is a subtraction q to the power 4. So you have to remember this. This one is as usual. Don't get confused. We're not learning something extremely new when it comes to dealing with numbers. It's the same thing. And this one is just subtraction. So here I'm just going to put a quick note here. Q to the power 10 minus 6. This is just 6 divided by 3. That's it. And then let's look at question H. We do the same thing. 9 divided by 3 is 3. R9 divided by R to the power 5 is R to the power 4. 9 minus 5 is 4. Question I. 15 divided by 5, 3. T7 divided by T to the power 3, T to the power 4. Let's look at J. Okay, this represents division. So if you don't want, or if you're uncomfortable with the fraction itself, you can just change it to division, rewrite it to make yourself comfortable in solving it. Then 8 divided by 4 is 2. U to the power 7 divided by U to the power 2 is U to the power 5. I myself prefer doing it in terms of fraction, but if you don't like it, you can do it in terms of division this way. It's the same thing. So if you want to do it in terms of fraction, what I would suggest is that you try to see if it's possible that we just subtract the number here. So 2, and this is actually 1, invisible 1 here. So 2 divided by 1 is 2. V6 divided by V2 is V4. Let's cancel. I'll do it this way. Yeah, I'll show you here again. This one cancel, becomes W to the power of 1. So answer would be 5W. Don't remove it if it is a power of 1. You must let it be. Okay, let's look at the first one here. Which answer is correct? A, B, C, or D? Simplify this. Okay. First we check. 2 times 3. Let's see. 2 times 3 is 6. So that's the answer. These are the two answers. Whenever you're doing objective question, use the process of elimination to focus on what answer there is. So every time if you have an objective question, a simple understanding will be able to allow you to have a 50% chance of getting it right. So now it's just either B or D. So 4 and 2. So if you remember what to do with the power, which is adding them, so 4 plus 2 is 6. So answer is D. Continue. 5 times 3 is 5, 3, 15, 22 answers is correct. And then G6, G7 will be the answer. Sorry. Ding, ding, ding. Next, 10 divided by 5. Okay, if you don't want to do the division first, you can do the subtraction first if you want to, because since it's division question here. So the power will be reduced. K to the power 8 divided by K to the power of 2. We will get K to the power of 6. 1, 2. Also 50% off. The rest is wrong already. So these two definitely 100% is wrong. So 10 divided by 5 is 2, or 10 divided by 5 is 5. And so it will be C, because what we do is we just take 10 divided by 5. Okay, same thing here. I prefer to do the division 8 to 4. 8 divided by 2, 4. And then m squared divided by m. We have 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So this one wrong, this one wrong, and this one also wrong. Okay, let's look at this. Here are some algebra cards. Separate the cards into 2 groups. Explain how you decide which group to put them in. So let's just solve all of them. I'll just solve them mentally and just write the answer right here. X6, X3, 8, X to the power of 9, 2, 3, 6, X to the power of 6, 4, 2, 8, X to the power of 9, 6, 2, 12, X to the power of 6, 12, 2, 6, X to the power of 9, 12, 8, 12, X to the power of 6, 3, 4, 12, X to the power of 5. So you get all these numbers here and then probably some odd ones out. So you get like, okay, we have power of 9. So we can actually classify all of them as power of 9, X to the power of 9, X to the power of 9, X to the power of 9. And then the other one would be X to the power of 6, X to the power of 6, X to the power of 6. So there is one that does not fit. So does not fit is this one here, because it's x to the power of 5. Is to the power of 5. Okay, so we separate into two groups. Okay, so one is x to the power of 9, one is x to the power of 6. Let's double check 6, 9, 9, 6, 6, 9. All right. And that would be all for question 4, exercise 9.1.